Abusuya Yamama Kwaba Sonkoso about POG Media. So, Meso Safina Obasua, Obe like no subscribe and after sweat my shade you made ama for so ensa etumi aka. Ensem Elcoso my Ghana mo yenso yade penny say. Brane Brano no Yabemi Abida for the airco and the airba. Na the ensem and Elcoso highway so. Eye Endrada and a Dr. Mamadu Bawumia, a meaty press na chese Ushima. Na ekwakwa ye me se eye NPP journalist ne nkwa netimi ye dey ekopi mu dwumadi na se na we no obi bebusa se adenti na se Dr. Mahama Bawumia meet presser e wo se NDC ana sorry NPP amayoku no omo journalist netimi ye dey ekopi mu ho a chese NDC ni ba akokrampa na se any other journalist intimi nkopi mu dwumadi na se we na Johnny edin semi abetu da wo twese time NDC have a press meeting like or having media encounter no idea or invitation ama top journalist put me a day you could pay more a lunch on Martin so the same thing na so Dr. Mahama Bawumia the end or ye different one I just say apply online na impo se wo apply kula na jese omo show na obeba be cause so trouble ho a obeba be busa questions a Dr. Mahama Bawumia de be hwe ne ho ntimi ya no a na ye wudin afiri ma jese Johnny Twem a ono particular no ye yi ne din film ye yi Captain Smart din film jese ye yi top journalist for din ye den e free so ana chese enye asenkuma etu hwe dwumadi na se a kojo show dem mo Paula do mo Twem na timi ye den ekopi mo dwumadi na se jese questions a umbusa Dr. Mahama Bawumia no na chese ye beka se koko questions a nenso Dr. Mahama Bawumia and one se questions no efofuru ni se ya okutua no akutua jese ne ho chile ne papa enye asemkuma nti abedwafo mepese mo bami yako ne akoti ensem na eye Johnny ade tu dwana na ansa na ebekon meso so wonsem kaye bia ode be share comment section no be like no subscribe na Facebook what me share dwumadi no ama afoforo nso ensa atumi aka medamas.
And let me also place on record that so far, Tremanting and his movement for change as an independent candidate was the first to have ever given us a manifesto, the Great Transformational Plan. Record, fact. And then the MPP gave us a manifesto, number 2. And then the NDC recently, last Saturday, gave us a manifesto, 3. The NDC in between when the MPP launched its manifesto and when they launched their main manifesto, give us the youth manifesto. Fact. Now, Alan Tremantin has had a media encounter. John Mahama has had a media encounter. Dr. Bawumia has had a media encounter. Alan Tremantin's media encounter invited the press, sent out invitations, followed up with calls. John Mahama's media encounter also sent out invitations and followed up with calls. It was only Dr. Bawumia who says, if you want to attend my media invitation, my media encounter, apply through email, whatever it is. I don't know who the strategists are. And then when people applied, they were rejected, even though they are pressmen. But we know the government that took journalists or supposed journalists to Australia, the visa scandal thing, we know. But Sajide, he has still not been able to answer that question. When it got to taking people to us and to represent the press when they were not pressmen, we didn't ask them to apply, we took them. When it gets to practicing journalists in the country, and the government under whose watch media press freedom has dropped down, further down. We dropped from 30 to 62, we came back to 50. We are still struggling to climb back to the 30 that they met it. We say they should apply. And when people applied, they were taken off. I'm telling you. So yesterday, Dr. Bawumia met some of the press, and he saw how at some point he was fumbling and dodging questions. Go and check, frankly, could you please check Dr. Kwame Sapwe, check their pages. They'll tell you how Dr. Bawumia was fumbling, literally flipping pages to answer questions. You ask people to apply. I, as a matter of principle, I said I didn't attend Alan Chamantin's. I didn't attend John Mahama's. As a matter of principle, I would not attend Dr. Bawumia's own. As a matter of principle, my company, as far as I know, put my name on the list with Roland Walker and Captain Smart and all of that. Our names were taken out. Our ladies were represented. Bella Mundi represented, Nashoko represented, Nanaya Brefo represented. But I'm just telling you on authority that our names were on the list and applied, and we were taking off. Onanoko, Oshegbe. Yesterday, did Dr. Bawumia finish answering the 170 questions that he has set, that he has not been able to? Did he finish answering those questions? When he was asked a question about the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will explode, what did he say? Yesterday, did Dr. Bawumia know that the pound is now past 20 cedis to a cedi? Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Then the question was asked, oh, so what will you do? He said, oh no, I need to keep some of the things for myself. When my government comes to power, then I need to have a manifesto that I come and do. So you are working with somebody, you are throwing him under the bus, and you have ideas, and you are keeping the ideas to yourself because you want to come to power. Look, I put a poll up on Twitter, on X. I asked a simple question. I said, John Mahama says when he comes, e-levy, betting tax. Dr. Bawumia says when I come, e-levy, betting tax. I didn't even broach the question. Some people said I was being unfair because John Mahama didn't bring the betting tax and e-levy. I said, okay, that's not my concern. As an academic, I'm only interested in this. The back end story, I don't care. I said both Dr. Bawumia and John Mahama have promised to scrap e-levy and betting tax if elected. The question is, who do you trust to keep his promise and why? Simple question. At the end of the polls, 24-hour poll, 7,490 people voted. 7,490 people voted at the end of the poll. 20,900 people had viewed what I posted. Now, 10% of the votes, if your math is good, you can calculate. 10% of the people who engaged in the poll said they trust Dr. Bawumia to fulfill his promise. 79% of the people who engaged in the poll say they trust John Mahama to engage. 1% said they trust both of them to be able to deliver. And then 10% says none of them is able to deliver. So per the poll, 79, John Mahama, out of the 7,490 Ghanaians, they trust John Mahama to be able to deliver on that particular promise. Now me Kosam, no be me Kosam. Take me to the biscuit seller, right? And you get to town when you talk about the issues that are happening, talk about the price of my producer, 60s only went to the market. He went to ask for the price of a tuber of yam. When they told him it cost 45 cedis, he was shocked. 55 cedis, thank you. 55 cedis, he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. It was at that point that he appreciated his wife so much. That his wife has been doing magic for him to feed well along with the children. He felt it. 2 weeks ago, my wife said, oh, JB Kotom Kushabra. She didn't tell me that it had moved from the 16 cedis that I knew to about 75 cedis. It was when I got to the Nkosiara that I realized that. But when you talk about it, they tell you that everything is okay and you are complaining too much. I want to play a video for you. There's a biscuit seller. When the MPP launched its manifesto in the central region, this biscuit seller carried the reality of the economy to the venue of the people who say everything is okay. And she was shocked. Play the video. Let's listen.
I'm sure 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Now, you can't say, some no na time na biscuit yet on 20 pesos. Because of some buana cost, this is here biscuit yet on 1 cedi. The Ayamian say, Woko ende echina obekọ ni yesi madu ye di 50 cedis di atoso. Ende omu si omu ye ya kan say omu ready omu manifesto. Me share me biscuit kwa ho a omu koye omu complain say me nyoma na me so boy ne boy de. Abana so na ewo so mo abana na ewo so ana makwa fa nyoma ya me ton. Me fa no one na me hwe ho a me di betwa. Me di etwa da ba so omo kasa nyoma no body sisi omo pesa ye say eda na omo pesa ye enyoma no me kofa de ate no ene na me hwe na me di twa enti omo tumi nkasa ankyere me
oh na flower na ofa ne say na oto ne say na ode be ye na ne dodo sen so na utimi enye free sa flower no me yanka say o sha ase
na me fa no bottle ba sisi asidia bottle no boy no me susu ena me de be ye
92.7 Into utminya ne dodoa eni ni sika ka ho no
sisi ano ebu awa me be wie no ena abo ano pepepe into me imagine say me jai
until you just break even
because of see there some name a dream boy you know they be obeko no amoatu into me imagine say me jai but customers ni bi na omo frame say ade na me ya no fine ti me ya na me family
so ya no fine
ane
enti majority say ne boy ya
this is about 3 million imagine 2 million this is about 3 million enye week kwa
oh just a week ago it was 2 million now
this is about 3 million
So this is Roland Walker, who was rejected from attending the Bawumia Meets the Press, engaging with a biscuit seller. She bakes the biscuit herself, all right, in the Western region. I said Central region, it's Western region. And she's explaining to us that what she used to buy for 200 cedis is now 300 cedis, so there's a 50% increment. And they used to sell the biscuit for 20 pesos, now it's 1 cedi because of the prices that have gone up, 50% more. And she said she took the biscuit that she had produced based on the real market value and the prices to the place where the people say everything is okay and want to break the 8. Everything is well. You are complaining too much. We are giving you free water, free electricity, free SHS, free water. Everything is okay. You are complaining. You are ungrateful. Blah 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 blah. The same set of people. And she went there, and the people told her that the thing you are carrying is too expensive. Did you give her free flour? Did you give her free sugar? Did you give her free butter or margarine? Did you give her free baking elements? Did you give her free LPG or charcoal or firewood? Did you give her free oven? Are you going to give her water while she hawks and gets thirsty? Are you going to give her food, free food? The reality dawned on her when she got there, and the people who tell
J.Hughes editor aswa na o chere say a journalist bako a true questions bi ma Dr. Mahama Bawumia na chese o pa chese Bawumia ba abonten 2016 ebe kan say if your fundamentals are weak your exchange rate will expose you ana chese ya asema Dr. Mahama Bawumia kan 2016 na when any ebusa na question father asemi ya onu ankasa particular or the betu dan ho na behwede Bawumia kire wo hoye ene o de faha na o de afaha na at the time na mekan no na covid na be ye den chese ensem basa na jani se chima o ka se oman ni mu ayeden a NPP fo no mpese wo beka onya aka se oman ni mu ayeden a sei esimesi o ye NDC ni o ye sei and o make example bi se eye NPP for manifesto na o mukoye no e takrade no na madam bi a o ton meat pie e ko pie mu asia na chese ono no e ton meat pie we na NPP ni bi obeto bibia na madam we yi bo adin na madam na e cho mo say sisi oni ba bia esam wo akwakoduru esam first na e ton 100 cedis sisi 300 Ghana cedis na chese o man ni mu na ye den no abusua enya agro anase nyentro oman ni ma ye din gidigidi agese enkofo sofa enkofo bleed one agese mpeyfo ne de okakla omo nyede omo ntifisi sika and no moody nyafu. It's a Mushama Pesam Sabe, Yakonia could see Sema, a year Johnny, and the 2 hours.
As every single day that everything is okay, they said the thing you are carrying is too expensive. Cast your mind back to 2 years ago, 1 year ago, when I kept telling you that when you get to the market, what it is that we buy has no party colors on it. It's Ghana first. Ghana first. Cast your mind back. We like to deceive ourselves and we like to pretend. Now we are getting closer to the elections. The government and its elements are telling us that they acknowledge that times are hard. Times didn't just become hard 2 months ago. Times have been hard. We know. But we always blame it on COVID, Russia and Ukraine and whatever, the opposition and everybody who is asking questions. We have never blamed it on the elephant-sized government that we have. No. We've never blamed it on monies that Kennedy Japan, for example, told us that he was giving money to go and give to Akuffo. He logged it into a Fidelity Bank account. We have never blamed it on the fact that Chief of Staff asked that a private jet go to pick Henry Quarty, Kennedy Japan, and Akuffo. We have never blamed it on it. We have never blamed the hardship that we have on the president's chair being in a V8 carried by 2 able-bodied men, air-conditioned. We have never blamed it on it. We have never blamed our hardship on the fact that we like to import stuff. We have never blamed it. When you talk about, you say, oh, during COVID, we fed people. There was lockdown. The lockdown was in Accra, Tema, Kaswa, and Kumasi. Finish. The lockdown was not in Bole. The lockdown was not in Techiman. The lockdown was even not in Lindado. It was not there. Go and check how much money was spent on the lockdown feeding alone. Rice and oil and egg. Go and check. Greater Accra, Tema, Kaswa, Kumasi, 4 places. How many regions do we have? I'm talking 2 regions and half, because Kaswa is part of Central Region, and half or a quarter. Go and check how much we spent. And then they will rub it in our face. We gave you free water. We gave you free this. When COVID came, I put a tap at the back of my wall. I put a hose there because I thought we were enjoying free water. And those who could not afford it, those who did not have pipe, I connected them and gave them water for free. Today, I still pay for it. Because I can't go back to the poorest of the poor and ask them that, oh, I gave you water during this period under the impression that it was free. And now they are charging me for it. So come and pay or help me to pay. I can't do that. When you talk, they say you should not talk. They say you should shut up. You saw how the vice president was fumbling yesterday. He now knows what the reality is. Then he has Dennis Abuaji explaining everything. The erudite and my intelligence senior Damboche will not do that. My intelligent Nana Kumia will not do that. Trying to explain English with English. Trying to explain English with English. I don't know. I said I don't know who the strategists were yesterday for Dr. Bawumia. But Dr. Bawumia, please listen to me. They are bringing you down. The people who keep encouraging you, they are bringing you down. They will not tell you the reality. If you want to do propaganda, do it well. Oh. Me, I sat under the foot of Dr. Jisa. I sat under the foot of Dr. Roxon at GIJ. I learned the techniques of propaganda. I scored a straight A. Go and check. Straight A. Go and check. The records are there. Go and check. Go and investigate and check. But you people like to investigate. You go to my bankers, you go and check what is happening. Go and check. Go. I say go and check. Go there. Go and ask and check. You've been going to the bank and say, who has dropped money in my account? Me, I'm not from a very poor home. I have principles and I live by them. Take me to Bole SHS. Let me show you another reality. I've told you that a new dining hall has been constructed at Bole SHS. For some strange reason, the DCE is not dead, he's alive. For some strange reason, the Minister for Health and Education, they are alive. For some strange reason, you have all the people there. It's raining. Put the thing up. It's raining. And they can't even cook. Meanwhile, there's a new kitchen that has been constructed for them. Put the thing up. Let's see it. This is Bole SHS in the northern region. This is it. They have a new dining hall, but they have had to cook here. When it rains and they can't cook. Now you see what they are carrying is jollof. Show me the jollof. This is the jollof that Dr. Bawumia wants to digitalize and says that we should do and prepare an app. The app will tell us how nutritious the food is. Show me. There's a picture of the jollof alone, sitting alone. Let's identify it and see if this jollof, just by looking at it, is this nutritious jollof? This jollof alone, when you look at it, does it look nutritious? They say we should prepare an app, and that the app will tell us whether the food is nutritious or not. We should digitalize it. This jollof, what you see, this is supposed to be jollof. It's not gari photo. It's not dog food. It's human being food. This one. Does it look nutritious to you? This one. The students of Bole SHS, as of last Friday, they ate this. This is the food we want to digitalize, and we want to put and make people say we are doing free every day, free. This is it. No, bring the rice back. Don't take me to the kitchen. Put the rice on the TV. This is the rice. This rice. Your children are in secondary school. This is the rubbish they are eating. And then when we finish, we come and say we want to digitalize it. This one. How do you digitalize such rubbish? How do you digitalize it? This food, you want to digitalize it. Their children will not eat this. Their children, they don't even live in the country with us. Their children, they don't live it. Some of them don't even have Ghanaian citizenship. Their children don't live here with us. Their children school elsewhere. They don't live here with us. They don't know what's going on around here. When another wanted to become president and he was campaigning, where were his children? When he finished and he became president, where are his children? They don't live here with us, I'm telling you. Their children always don't live here with us. Their children only come when the food is cooked. This is food that we're giving to our future leaders. Stunted growth. We are trying to punish the people. And we'll come and make noise. This is the food you want to digitalize. Is this food worthy of digitalization? That's why some of us were not allowed into the room to go and ask Dr. Bawumia questions, because we would have asked him questions that he would not be able to sleep until December 7th. Simple question. He won't sleep. Show him the picture. You ask him the question. Is this the food you want to digitalize? Tell me. Is this the food that you want to digitalize? Tell me. And can you explain why the Bole SHS dining hall has not been opened for use? Tell me. Who is preventing who from opening it? Or you want another ceremony? You want it to get closer to the election day period, so you go and cut it and you use it for campaign. Tell me, does it make sense? Does it? There's a last screenshot. Show me how exposing rubbish and wrongdoing. I posted this. Think about it. I said exposing wrongdoing is considered wrongdoing by the wrongdoer system, especially if there are more wrongs to hide. Exposing wrongdoing is considered wrongdoing by the wrongdoer system, especially if there are more wrongs to hide. This one, it is a reality. Exposing wrongdoing in this country is a dangerous sport. Very dangerous. It's so dangerous that if you don't take care, the worst could happen to you. So wrong. Exposing wrongdoing is considered wrongdoing by the wrongdoer system, especially if there are more wrongs to hide. I will use the Anas principle. And I told you, even Anas, we can't find him. I will use the Anas principle. Now it's in the water, it's in the mud. We can't find, even Anas, we can't find him. My own friend. I will use the Anas principle. When you start using the Anas principle, you become a target and enemy of the state. Because the people are doing wrong every single second. And they don't want anybody to expose them. And if you expose them, you are considered to be in the wrong. I will not give contract extension to people above 60 because of where we find ourselves. Lie. Yetisikasu Ekomdien. Lie. Name them. You can go back to the statements that were made.
Abusuanti wene nsema eye doni ede babedomi ya chese o chese Dr. Mahama Bawumia obi a ebeka se oye qualified se obeye Ghana man pinyin efi se as vice president mabu oman from 2016 ababesi 2024 na yebusa questions wo nneoma nketenkete bi ho a chese age se o flip pages na wakotuwa na chese onhu de oye ne ho platform ne so kra onhu de oye ne ho. And then in the Dr. Mahama Bawumia na busan say like £1 to a CD ayesenya onhu even dollar kula onye day onhu achese onhu bla papa bia sebiu Dr. Mahama Bawumia no obono wa Ghana as vice president na vice president mponi na ase ento aba na be president ne de and de be ye den papa achese and sama na dwani de bedom ye ne de na ye nsama enye fadi agro enti abusua medamase samoje pinie emi ekoti J.Hughes&C.Smart nsama ode ba bedom ye no aha eye POG Media medamase.